All right, we're back at it with another workout breakdown. Today, we're going over day 3 of our current program, Controlled Chaos. All right, before we do anything, we're doing low back protection. We got 4 exercises. We're going to go through 2 rounds. Then we're going to hit the workout. Here's a good look at it. We got a prime and pump. We got trap bar deadlift as our main and some great supplemental accessory work. All right, so let's get into it. Day 3, Controlled Chaos. First things first, we're getting our low back protection circuit in. It's going to be huge for deadlifts. Got to take care of the low back. We're kicking things off using the so right. Got to get that psoas release. Our hip flexors get extremely tight. This so right is going to dig into that psoas like very other tools can do, and we're going to get a nice release. We're pairing that with some couch stretch. All right, so now we're mobilizing that hip flexor after we release it. I got to take care of the hip flexors. We're trying to offset all that sitting down that we do throughout the day, throughout our everyday lives. Couch stretch, got to hit it. Then we're hitting a pigeon stretch, all right, getting that 90-degree angle. And I'm just working all different angles. All right, I'm getting chest to the knee. I'm getting chest to the shin. I'm getting chest to the foot. I'm stretching out that glute, mobilizing those hips. All right, we've released the tension. We've mobilized the hips. Now we're going to activate the glutes. Check these out. Frog wedge, glute bridges. All right, got some weights on there, 30 pounds. Just get a little extra oomph to it. Activating the glutes with high rep here, 10 to 15, maybe even 20 reps. After this last exercise, anchored hip flexor sit up. All right, got one leg kind of anchored in there. I'm using just the base of this kettlebell rack. You can use a kettlebell, put your foot through it, a heavy dumbbell, and then I'm reaching back like a sit up while one leg's up. That's going to put the pressure on my hip flexor, all right? Great core exercise and a great hip flexor strengthening exercise. 6 to 8 reps each side. Here's a good look at it here. I'm hugging that med ball. One leg's kind of anchored in, and that other leg just kind of going for the ride. All right, hip flexor, anchored sit up. Throw these bad boys in there along with the frog wedge glute bridge, along with mobilizing the hips, and I'm telling you, your low back will thank you. Then I'm on to the prime and pump circuit. 2 to 3 rounds. I got high rep, straight arm pull downs. All right, activating those lats. Gonna need those lats in the upcoming deadlift. Also have glute bridge marches. Got a hip circle on here, elevating my upper back, and I'm glute bridge marching. All right, got to fire up those glutes. Why is this important? Well, because of deadlifts, I really want to lock that out at the top of the lift, all right? Driving through with the hips on hip extension. These glute bridge marches are going to activate those glutes, and they're going to kind of get me in that mode of driving my hips through. Here's the explosive. Here's the prime for the circuit. I'm doing horizontal sprinter snatch. Got the resistance behind me from an Anchor device. All right, something that's going to allow me to get emphasis pushing my hips forward. That's the idea, all right? Getting that hip projection. Then I'm pairing that last thing with elevated Spider-Man stretch. So you see some good mobility in here. You see some good activation in here, some good pump. And we get the prime. All one circuit. Fire it up, mobilizing the hips, activating the glutes, and getting that prime nervous system firing before the main lift. Here's a good look at it. Got the straight arm pull downs. High rep these, all right? Get that pump, get that blood flow in the lats. The lats are gonna be huge for our lockout with the trap bar deadlift. So get those bad boys fired up, right? Love these. Then I'm doing glute bridge marches. We got to activate the glutes. Emphasis on the glute lockout. That is huge when it comes to deadlift, all right? I got to finish that lift with the glutes driving through. All right, I can stick my legs out a little further with extension, get the hamstrings a little bit more. Now, the prime, this is what it's all about. Hip projection. Man, look at that. Horizontal sprinter snatch. I'm being athletic here. I'm being violent here, all right? So it is a little twist on some traditional Olympic variation. Great way to get some horizontal emphasis. Got to be hitting our hip mobility in here. All right, great look at Spider-Man stretch. Now, let's go. Last set, horizontal, sprinter snatch, bumping the weight up, 70 pounds, getting a good split stance. What about that shin angle? Should be low to the ground. Hips projecting forward, bam. Be athletic, be sharp, be fast, explode through, boom. Man, you talk about triple extension, you talk about being in an athletic position. Come on, man. We're fired up. We're ready to go for our trap bar deadlift. This is the main event. We got heavy threes. I'm on an elevated platform. All right, the heels are slightly elevated. This is gonna be a little bit more quad emphasis. It's gonna allow me to get synced down into that position. You see here, I got good range of motion and I'm driving through everything nice and tight. Just getting started here. All right, crank up the weight. Another set. Great look here. Nice proud chest. Control that lowering, 3 count down. Drive. There we go. There we go. Good. Look at that elevated platform. All right, get a little bit more range of motion, and I'm a slight deficit. So just make this a little bit harder. Why not? All right, here we go. Last set. Got to get it cranked up. Smelling salts, baby. Let's go. We're not messing around. We got 425 on the bar. We got to go. Come on, get your mind right. Lock in here. Come on, last set of heavy threes. Let's go. Get tight, get tight. Drive through, push, 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 push. Yeah, let's go. Control the weight down. Come on. As the weight gets heavier, the more we have to be tense in our body. Maximum tension equals maximum strength. There we go. Nailed that set. There we go. Good. Way to finish strong. Finished up with our maximal strength work. Now we're on to our supplemental, our accessory work. Here's where we fill in the gaps, so to speak. All right, we're blending multiple categories of strength and conditioning into one circuit. We got a little bit of bodybuilding, right? Slow and controlled tempo. We got decline, rotational key press with the dumbbells. All right, I know that's a lot, but check this out. The decline angle, that's gonna target our lower chest. The key part of the rotational key press, that's gonna be real joint friendly on my shoulders, allowing them to move freely throughout the range of motion. They're not stuck in one place or one range of motion, right? Like a traditional dumbbell or barbell press. I'm allowing them to freely move. That's gonna be good on my shoulders. And that tempo, man, you talk about sprinkling bodybuilding technique, everything slow and controlled, feeling that lower part of the pecs. Dumbbell, decline, rotational key press, little twist on your traditional dumbbell presses, give those a try. Now I'm on to unilateral work, all right? Check that working foot out. It's on a slant board. This is gonna be great for that foot complex. As I'm got to plant my foot in the ground and change direction, that foot's got to be strong. So that slant board allows me to kind of feel it out of a different angle. It's going to strengthen that foot complex. Look at that range of motion. Hamstring, touching the calf. Great groin work here. Unilateral athletic performance. And then I'm finishing off with chest supported lateral raise. Why chest supported? Well, I can't use any body English here. It's all in the delts. All right, I'm driving out in a little bit of a Y angle, and I'm slow and controlled on the way out. Only thing I should be feeling is those lateral delts. They're doing all the work, taking the body English out away from it. Again, this is that hybrid training, bodybuilding, athletic performance, injury protection. That's what H Street Gym is all about. It's being elite. It's not just boxing yourself into powerlifting or single leg work, injury protection work. It's all of it. Join the club. What are you waiting on? Come on. H Street Gym, video breakdown, controlled chaos. Get you some. Let's go.